Okay, but people what they do? They invest in they invest their saving in an unrational manner and go for speculation. Saving must be a what purpose saving is to be done? For security motive. That's why, and therefore saving must be secure also. Means it should not get exposed to risks. Okay? And whatsoever you want to go for, and even if after doing transaction and security, even if you are having some extra money, then you may go for a speculative motive and you can invest further. One more thing in behavioral finance is there, I will tell you. The behavioral finance tells about the behavior of a person when he is investing or when he is exposed to the risk or investment in the market. Now, particularly regarding this is that when a person loses, he feels bad out of it. उसे दुख होता है. He is in sorrows, isn't it? And this is a reason why a person wants to be safe and secure and still and a person's need is regularly and continuously keeping on making money for his happiness. Why we need money? For our happiness. Is there anyone who needs money for being sad? No. Everyone needs money for making himself happy. Now what happens when the things are get invested in the market and when a person has to see some downfall, he feels sad. Okay, and the behavior of a person, because everyone is not so safe that he is having extra money for his speculation. But what my suggestion is that if a person wants to go for a speculation, no problem, he can go for it, but he should make his mind first that this money I am going to lose. Now what happens just because of this sadness directly affects his work and the work environment in which he is working. And one and all whosoever are there around him gets affected because of his behavior, because he is feeling sad, he is not able to do the work, and the organization for which he is doing the work gets affected. Isn't it or not? What you feel? When we feel sad, definitely it is there. Okay, it is something similar to proposing a girlfriend. That if she will refuse, we will be sad and we may just go for the suicide and all the other things. But if you make your mind that it's going to happen, then what will happen? You are secure. Why? Because you are having. It doesn't mean that you should have one more extra girlfriend. Anyway, but the thing is that okay. So in strict sense, if we say the speculative motive should be fulfilled only after going for the savings, and that is these three are the purpose for which we need money, and preference for the consumption is the most important purpose which solves the transaction. Okay, I think it is clear to all of you. Fine. So it does not account for the investment risks. Time value of money doesn't goes for that. It will not manage your risks. Investment risk will not be managed with the help of time value of money. Next is your present cash flows are compounded to find their future value. With the help of time value of money, what we are doing? We are compounding the cash flows to get the future value. Means once you have invested, what is compounding? Compounding is imposition of interest on interest, and it depends on the period of compounding also. If the period of compounding is low, definitely the amount which you will be receiving after a certain period of time will be higher. For example, if I invest ₹1 today at the rate of 10%, what the value will be? What the value I will get after 1 year? 1.1. 1 rupee 10 paisa. So this is called annual compounding. Annual compounding. Now what will happen if this money is invested ₹1 at the rate of 10% per annum gets compounded quarterly? What will happen then? What will be the value after 1 quarter? After 1 quarter the value will be 1.025. And now 1.025 is ready for the investment in the next quarter at the rate of again 2.5 because quarterly I have done. So the value which I will be receiving over here again will be exposed at the rate of 2.5 because 10% is the yearly. This value again will be exposed and the value which will be getting after 1 year will be more than what we will be getting in the annual compounding. So what lesson you have got? Lesser is the period of compounding, higher are the returns generated after certain period of time. Is it clear to everyone? So and here many of the companies default you. And that sometimes flat rate of interest and this type of rates of interest and other. So one must keep in mind that at what time, what is the time of getting it compounded. If you go for daily compounding, the money will be very high after a certain period of time. Are you getting? So these all exercises will definitely will be doing on Excel. Okay. So present cash flows are compounded to find the future value if you are going for the investment, and future cash flows are discounted to arrive at the present value. And it depends on the situation that whether we have to go for a compounding or whether we have to go for discounting. When a person will go for compounding or discounting, anyone? Can you understand this, or can you tell me that what you have understood out of these two lines? You can just go through these two lines once again and give stress on your mind and come out of the conclusion that what will be going to happen in these two situations and how these two situations will be different in certain cases. Tell me. See it clearly. Take 30 seconds. Give a stress on your mind. Take another 30 seconds to think of this.
So when a person want to take return on investment, he will charge interest compounded. And when he want to give the money, invest the money, so then he will charge in a simple interest.
Very nice, very good. Whenever you are investing, you will go for discounting because you will be realizing something from the future. Okay, when you are investing now, huge amount of money is invested now, and out of that investment you are generating certain cash flows in the future. So what you will do, you will discount all the future cash flows to equate it presently. Okay, and other thing, if you are investing now some amount and you want to get some certain return in certain future time, then you will evaluate it with the help of compounding that presently invested money, suppose 10,000 at certain rate of interest, how much I will be getting after 10 years. Okay, so this is the difference. So one is coming and other is going. So there are the two ways of doing it. Further in the further slide you'll be able to understand it in a better way. Compounding. Application of interest over interest is known as compounding, as we have already discussed. The present cash flows T are compounded to the future values F for an estimated time period, that is N, at an expected rate of interest, that is R. So the formula is, and future value of interest factor FVIF RN. This is the notation of writing. When we are going for compounding, definitely we are going for some future value. Okay, so this is the formula for it. That principle is, if invested at a rate of return R for n number of years, the future value can be generated. Okay. Now you do one thing. Just take. Have you bought your calculators also? Okay, fine. Take out your calculators, because this can be done with a simple calculation work. Now two things are there, my dear. You will be having your written exams, don't forget. And that's what problem has been faced by your seniors also, that they kept on doing Excel in the examination, they were not able to do anything. Why? Because they don't remember how to just do it by pen. So you have to just go for both the things simultaneously. Right? So take out, if rupees 10,000, write out, if rupees 10,000 is invested for 5 years, if rupees 10,000 is invested for 5 years at the rate of 10% per annum, what will be the future value? What will be the future value? Calculate it. The main fundamental behind this is 10,000 invested at the rate of 10%. After 1 year, what will be the value? 11,000. Now 11,000 invested at the rate of 10% for 1 year, the value will be there. Okay. And then you will be having in 5th year the value, the future value of that 10,000 after 5 years at the rate of 10% plus compounded can be calculated. This is the main fundamental behind this calculation. Now, even if you can use your calculators to just get it done, you can use memories and functions of the calculator to just get it done. How much is the value? Tell me.
5.1.
5.1. And if I ask you how much interest you have earned, is everyone getting the same thing? Do it, do it. Don't think that others have done and you will not be able to do it. Please do it. Everyone done? Okay? Shall I proceed further? So I think you have understood what compounding is and how to calculate the future value. Right? Now see, the effect of compounding increases with the increase in the interest rates. If you are having less interest rate, definitely the compounding will be. So this is not proportion, you can say. So when higher compounding is there, definitely the future value of rupee 1 will be higher. So this is taken as rupee 1. Rupee 1 future value will be higher in case of higher compounding and will be low in case of less compounding. It means that 1 rupee will not be